Hello, episode 21 of the Pit of Chimps podcast.
Lockdown.
Lockdown indeed. We are. Have you got COVID yet?
I've been saving it for I want to save it till Christmas.
Open it at Christmas. COVID is not just for Christmas, it's also for every other time of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got any toilet paper?
I've been okay for toilet paper.
Yeah, everyone's been going crazy saying there's been like no toilet paper, no pasta, no rice, no nothing. But I've been able to see those things each and every time I've been out shopping. So I don't know what anyone's talking about.
Apparently Sainsbury's doesn't have anything.
Oh.
But Tesco has been, my local Tesco has been all right.
Well, I went to Marks and Spencer's the other day.
Fancy.
I don't normally shop there, but I went there anyway. And they had, in the DVD aisle, they only had copies of The Matrix Reloaded.
Oh, well, speaking of which, I haven't been able to watch The Matrix this week.
Because of quarantine?
Yeah, because, you're not allowed to watch it in quarantine.
No.
I don't know if you know, but it
is one of the rules. I've heard about that too, it being one of the essential rules. Do we have any ads this week?
We've got a new sponsor for the show, as well as our usual sponsors. Michael Manson's fecal transplants. That's a difficult thing to say. Feeling sick? Well, come and eat some shit. It's been scientifically proven by real people that eating raw liquid shit from a virgin's ass will cure your ails. Michael Mansant has been studying eating shit for 20 years and has performed over 3,000 fecal transplants, 26% of which were successful. So, pretty good success rate.
That's quite good. That's almost as good as a Quest success rate.
Yeah, not quite, but almost as good. With the recent coronavirus outbreak, he'll perform the operation virtually via Skype. So there we go.
That's good social distancing.
Yeah, for just $1,989, you can have someone else's shit pumped into you and you'll never get ill again.
That's quite good.
Michael Manson's fecal transplants. Finger looking good.
Tasty.
So there you go. That's quite a good one to get in at this particular time as well. I'm glad we got that sponsor.
In these extreme circumstances. In which case, we should probably explain that we're doing this episode via Skype this week.
Yeah, we are following the guidelines.
We are indeed following the guidelines, especially as I'm immunocompromised. So it's for the best.
Oh, have you got it yet? I didn't ask if you'd.
No, I don't have coronavirus, but I have a nasal spray, so it means I get to have 12 weeks off work.
Ah, sweet.
Which is quite nice. We're also sponsored by Big Fellow.
I like the suspense there.
Yeah, and also, if you can travel down to Bognor Regis, we at Groin Enhancements Limited will lop your balls off for a heavy sum. Prices can't be found on our website, so give us a call on our telephone number. Futuristic.
Oh, what is the telephone number? You don't give it.
No, it's on the website, I guess.
Okay, what was the website?
It doesn't say.
Oh.
You just have to Google it, I suppose.
What were they called?
Groin Enhancements Limited.
Groin Enhancements Limited. Excellent. Okay.
I think they're on geocities.com.
Oh, yes, of course. We're also sponsored by Craig's.
Craig's Bar. The legendary Craig's Bar.
Yeah, they haven't given us any messages. But they are still open 24/7.
Open for business, open for pleasure.
Yes.
As the catchphrase goes. And we're also sponsored by Peter. Peter has been activated. Ha ha ha, you can say that again. Here at Peter Activation Services, we can activate your Peter in a little over 20 minutes, and you can colour us proud at this ballpark figure. Bring your Peter to us, and we'll have him fully Peterized to your delightful specifications. Call or pay just now.
Is that Peter as in the human name, Peter?
Yeah, Peter.
Not
the
Peter
human
as
name.
in the animal rights activists.
No, Peter the human name. Peter.
Ah, okay. So what do they do?
They can fully Peterize your Peter. They can activate the Peter. They're PETA activation services. So if you have a PETA, they can activate him.
What about if you've got a Paul?
They can't activate him. No, that's not compatible with their services.
Oh, okay. Oh well.
But maybe if you contact Services Limited from last week, they can do something about Pauls.
Okay. Yeah.
Who knows?
Do we have any more sponsors?
No, not this week. That's it, really.
Cool. That's plenty. What more could you want?
That's all we need, really. I guess we're kind of sponsored by Skype as well.
No.
They are our hosts for this episode.
No.
Okay.
Do you have the fruit rankings this week?
I do actually. Yeah, Fruit Paul, another Paul who has been activated, has there was a big kerfuffle this week. There's a big meeting at the fruit board, and Paul was not happy. Basically, he was not happy. He's been saying that there's been discrepancies in the amount of fruit that has been sampled in order to provide the rankings.
Well, has Roy been dealt with yet?
Roy?
Yeah.
Fruit Roy?
Yeah.
Well, no, and this is part of what Paul's got this new plan now, that in order to prevent any more Roy-based incidents, he's going to he's going to buy a private island, and he's going to ship all of the fruit ranking board over to this private island, and they're going to have a big fruit tournament to decide who is the greatest fruit of the last 2020.
Oh, who is the greatest fruit?
Yeah, of the last 4 months. Yeah,
2020.
Yeah.
Oh, I look forward to that.
Yeah, of the last 2020 years.
Wow. Of all time.
So since the birth of Christ.
Or the death of Christ.
Yeah, which is tomorrow, isn't it? Or is that when he comes back to life?
That's when he comes back. Big pimpin'.
So anyway, this week's fruit rankings.
Yeah.
Do you have any sound effects for these to give some suspense?
Let me just check that we've got some sounds. How's that?
Yeah, sounds great to me. So at number 5 this week, we have white grapes.
Oh, they were in it last week, weren't they?
Not sure. They were in it at some point, I'm sure, in the past. They're around the top 5 quite a lot, actually. They're a stable fruit.
They've done well this year. You didn't hear much from them.
And I can't hear much from you. You've gone really quiet.
Oh, hang on.
Have you run away from your microphone?
Oh, it's still right in my face. Is this any better?
Right in your chops. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah.
Okay.
At number 4 this week.
Cut that off. That one goes on a bit.
Yeah, we have acorns.
Oh, Akon the singer rapper.
Akon the lonely rapper. Yeah. Acorns, like Acorn computer. Remember Acorn computers? They were like Apple computers, but more acorny.
They were better.
They were better, yeah. Everyone knows that.
Almost as good as Amstrad.
Amstrad.
Amstrad. Damn.
Amstrad. Yeah.
What's the numbers? Where are we? 3?
Wasn't Amstrad Alan Sugar's company?
Yeah.
Lovely. At number 3 this week. Before I deliver number 3, actually, about Lord Alan Sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember when he was called Sir Alan Sugar?
Oh, I thought he was still Sir. No.
Because he was Sir Alan. He's Lord Alan Sugar right now.
Lord Alan.
Yeah, but he used to be Sir Alan Sugar.
Yeah.
And before that, he was Mr. Alan Sugar. And before that, he was Master Alan Sugar. Right? But when he was Sir Alan Sugar, he should have changed his first and surname to... No, he should have kept his surname as Sugar.
Yeah.
I'm not drunk, by the way. I'm just trying to figure this out in my head. And
it's okay, we're all drunk. Lockdown life.
He should have changed his first name to Loin, because then he would have been Sirloin Sugar. So...
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That is
So
a fact.
if you ever get knighted, change your first name to Loin, and you'll be a sirloin.
Okay. But you can't get lorded after that. Is that what they call it?
Well, then you'd be Lord Loin,
That's pretty good still.
which is still quite good, yeah.
Win-win. Master loin.
Yeah. Strawberry Kit Kat, by the way.
Oh, well, number 3.
Yeah, number 3 was a Strawberry Kit Kat.
Controversial.
Yeah. And number 2 this week is a crispy pear.
Oh, yes. Everyone likes a crispy pear.
Nice crispy pear. Get a pear, shave it off real nice, drop it in some panko breadcrumbs after you've put it in some flour and milk, and then bop it in the frying pan.
That's it.
For a crispy treat. And at number 1 this week is tangerines.
Again. Were they number 1 last time?
I can't remember, but they're always in the top 5. Well, they seem to have been in there more than any other fruit.
Tangerine Dream.
They are pretty great tangerines.
There we go.
There you go.
Do we have veg or meat rankings? So what's the situation with them?
Well, Fruit Paul has decided that, it was part of our deal to get the fruit rankings back, was that we weren't allowed to do meat or veg rankings. But I did hear that there were some ongoing negotiations from our people with the veg ranking people. Maybe we can get that back at some point. But
that'd be good, yeah.
We don't have it yet. We could do an unofficial veg rankings. I don't know if that would get us in trouble.
Should we do that on the down low?
You can do it. I gave you the fruit rankings, so I'm not risking my soft neck with the with veg Ron from the Ron rankings.
Yeah, let's leave it for now. We'll speak to Ron, get his take on it.
Yeah, we'll speak to Veg from the Ron
Veggie
rankings.
Ron. Maybe we'll have the Ron rankings.
Maybe we will. Ron Atkinson, Ron Burgundy, Big Ron from EastEnders,
Ron Howard,
and Ronaldo, the Brazilian footballer.
There it is, unofficial.
The Ron rankings for you there. Yeah. The first ever Ron rankings.
I've got some mail. We've had a lot of mail from the fans this week about the the crisis that's going on.
Yeah.
So here, this is from Sharon.
Is she activated?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
Oh no, it does. It says she's deactivated in brackets.
All right.
Shame. Dear Chimpos, do you have any advice for surviving the COVID-19 crisis? What is the best way for us to spend our time? Live and let die, Sharon.
Live and let die. I've been listening to that song a lot this week. The Paul McCartney version, obviously.
Yeah, it's number 1.
It is number 1.
Up the charts.
Number 2 in the charts currently is the Guns N' Roses version.
Yeah, and number 3 is the Frank Ocean version. Yeah.
Well, so there you go.
I've got five things for our listeners to do, or for anyone to do.
Sharon especially.
During the time, but specifically for Sharon.
Mm-hmm.
So, firstly, you could repeatedly watch the Supermarket Sweep pilot on YouTube, which is free. Yesterday I watched it free for 24 hours straight.
Bit of free Winton for you there. 24-hour
free
Winton a fun.
Mm-hmm. Free.
Yeah.
Number 2, watch the 24/7 stream of Craig Bar, who are still operating, as we said.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they're key workers.
Yeah.
So if you go to www.craigs with a C bar.org.craig
/ GeoCities.
Yeah. .com.bandcamp.org.
Yeah.
You'll just get the 24/7 stream. And if you want to have a really good time, you can actually go to Craig's Bar, because of course they are still open.
Of course.
Number 3, build an assault course out of toilet rolls and egg boxes for your cat / dog / guinea pig / hamster / tortoise / parrot / snake / fish.
Okay. Yeah.
Or if you don't have a pet, you can build one for a local pigeon.
Mm-hmm. If you have enough toilet paper, that is.
Yeah, and egg boxes. I've heard eggs are hard to get hold of as well.
Yeah.
Number 4, you could cook the world's biggest quiche Lorraine.
Ooh, Lorraine.
Yeah. And number 5...
Is it quiche Lorraine Kelly?
It can be.
Mm.
I mean, that's the great thing about quiches. You can put anything in them.
Very Scottish.
Pineapple, onion, quiche. You can have a quiche.
Oof.
beef.
You could also put a quiche in your ultimate potato.
You could, yeah.
Mm.
And finally, sit in complete darkness and contemplate how humanity might drag itself out of this mess.
That's fair.
Yeah. So there's 5 things for me. Anything you'd recommend for Sharon, do you think?
Yeah, just stock up on Advocat and just drink that and exclusively and nothing else.
Sounds good.
And maybe a small teapot full of Malibu and Tia Maria.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I've got another email. This came in on the email. If you want to email us, open up your computer, scream into it as loud as you can. Scream, "I want to email," and then you verbalize the things you would like to communicate, and then you clap your hands and say send the email, and then it'll be sent to us.
And remove the Q key from your keyboard, because Q stands for question.
Yeah, unless you have a question, in which case hold down the Q key while you're
holding
speaking.
Shift and Alt-Grr.
Yeah, and that'll send it to our question inbox.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that works on Apple things, though. I don't think they have some of those keys that we just mentioned on their keyboards.
No, they're not compatible with anything, but it does work on Acorn.
They don't have the Q key. I know that much.
No, or G.
G-Unit.
Yeah, anyway. There we go. Hi, Primates. In these times of desperation and despair, what music would you recommend we listen to brighten our moods?
Mm-hmm.
That's from Clive, spelt with a K, from Parkbury. Parkbury. So I've got 5 songs/albums.
Okay.
So number 1, obviously, I mean, everyone's listening to this anyway, Physical by Olivia Newton-John, the greatest pop song of all time.
Yep.
Number 2, the Beverly Hills Cop 3 soundtrack.
Is that the same as the first 2?
Yeah, pretty much, I think, yeah. Written by Martin Brest, by the way.
I thought it was written by a frog.
A frog, what?
A crazy frog, wasn't it?
Crazy Frog, no.
Remember
no,
Crazy Frog?
Yeah, sadly. Number 3, The Last Meal by Snoop Dogg.
Oof. The Last Meal. Great album.
Greatest hip-hop album of all time, of course.
With What's My Name Part 2 on it, the greatest rap song of all time.
And the greatest intro of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, the Federation Era album by the WWF.
Okay, yeah, good call.
I mean, unlimited listening there.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, Issues by Korn.
Okay, yeah, nice.
They're my 5 top picks for isolation listening.
I'd like to add into that.
Yep.
Hit Me Baby One More Time by Britney Spears.
Okay.
Just the song. Britney, bitch. Of course. They played that in Asda when I was in there yesterday, and everyone was dancing in the aisles. Quest.
Oh, go on. I accept the quest.
Okay. You've placed a Lonely Hearts advert in the local newspaper. You've had a fair bit of interest, but only one response from a lady who's had her spleen ripped out by an ostrich catches your eye and captures your heart. You're considering replying to the woman. Do you accept the request?
I've already accepted it.
And do you accept the quest?
I've already accepted it.
What will be the success percentage of this quest?
Ooh, so what? So I'm. Hang on. What's the what? Same question. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to decide whether to reply.
Yeah.
To this woman.
Yeah.
Seems like a fairly straightforward thing. Do I have any issues that might stop me from replying?
You don't have the Q key on your keyboard.
Oh, well, I thought it was a spanner into the works. And she had been pickled by flamingos or something. What?
No, she's had her spleen ripped out by an ostrich.
Spleen ripped out by an ostrich.
Which is a profile picture on the dating website.
Okay.
Like the actual incident happening.
Well, it's honest, I suppose. It's good. Okay, so taking all that into account, 42%.
42%. There you go. What can you say?
Good chance.
So, Tom, at this time of the year, we're in obviously COVID season, and no one has any jobs anymore to go to. So you're now living on scraps. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be the nice job centre person, and I'm going to offer you 3 jobs
Okay.
that you will be allowed to go to during COVID season, and you have to either pick one or just don't get any benefit money.
Okay, right.
So, job number 1, you will perform the role of Lord Silly Sausage at the 2020 Wobbly Sausage Tournament. This year, the prestigious competition will take place in Corby, and we'd like you to make this event an event for all our patrons, for them to remember it forever. The role of Lord Silly Sausage is a rewarding one, and the successful applicant will have a full, clean driving license and a minimum 5 years of experience in this or a similar role. The 2020 Wobbly Sausage Tournament is ready. Are you?
Oh, so
that's the first option.
Can you give the details of the tournament?
Basically, everyone turns up. The top 32 wobbly sausages in the world are flown in.
Right. Yeah.
And they go through a knockout tournament until there's only one wobbly sausage remaining.
Oh, okay. And what am I again? Lord, I'd be Lord.
You'll play the role of Lord Silly Sausage.
Right. Okay.
Which is the mascot for the event.
Okay. Well, that sounds great, to be honest.
Okay. At the end of the event, Lord Silly Sausage is actually placed into a giant frying pan, which is then lit.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Just a footnote there to the advert.
With olive oil or?
No, it's a bit of a crisp and dry.
Okay.
Option number 2 is a Soup Woman at the Colin Hendry Memorial Car Park in Keith. You will be challenged with parading around the soup of the day, and the successful applicant will have access to sensible shoes from Marks and Spencer, of course. You will be rewarded minimum wage for this 72-hour-a-week job. You may be asked to do overtime. The role of Soup Woman is only suitable for a woman of high soupy class.
Well, does it matter that I'm not a woman?
I don't know. You might be able to get away with it.
Superwoman. Well, what does the role of Superwoman involve?
You will be challenged with parading around the soup of the day.
Okay.
Around the Colin Hendry Memorial Car Park in Keith.
Do I get fried or boiled at the end of this?
No.
This one? No. Okay.
No. You may just be asked to do overtime, which is arguably worse.
Yeah. Okay. What's the third option?
Well, the third option, and this is very lucrative, blood donor at the world's first Juggalo hospital. The rest of the advert is actually written in Juggalo, so I'll try and read it as authentically as possible. Yo, we need blood donors for the Juggalo Nation, and we'll be sure to make sure you don't pass out or get blue neck, because we got Fago on tap, homie. We ain't having any Juffalos down here, so take your Muggalo ass away from the Juggalo Island, because we only paying that Skrilla to premium jug blood daddies, MCL, which means much clown love.
Okay. What's a Juffalo? Is that
a Juffalo? Is Juggalo for fake Juggalos.
Oh.
And they ain't having any Juffalos down here at the Juggalo Hospital, the world's first Juggalo Hospital.
Well, you know how much I hate Juggalos, so that one's going off. Although I don't, I suppose the first option I get fried in a giant frying pan, so that's...
But you would be Lord Silly Sausage, though, so you'd be going out doing what you love.
That's true. I think I'm going to go with Soup Woman.
Soup Woman. There you go. At the Colin Hendry Memorial. Well, what I'll do, I'll pass your details on to them.
Okay.
And if you're successful, they'll be in touch.
Excellent. When do I start?
Well, they'll be in touch.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I look forward to that.
No problem.
Have we got a who's our reporter?
Lam Dallas.
Yeah, Lam Dallas.
Well, Lam Dallas is currently quarantined due to COVID, so they've been unable to provide us any reports this week. So we'll be having a word with them or sending them down the job centre, one or the other. And that is a threat to Lam Dallas, to be fair. But what we do have is a letter that I've intercepted I haven't been able to intercept your mail, your physical mail. So what I've done instead, I hacked into your emails and I intercepted some of those.
Okay.
What I've done is I've sent it to you via the medium of Facebook. So if you'd like to open that,
let's have a look.
Then you can have a read.
Okay. Here we go. Let's have a gander. Oh, it hasn't. Spicy Orphanage. This one's from.
Oh.
Okay. Hello, Thomas. We've heard of your endless plight on the Pit of Chimps podcast. The good people at Warren Barton's Spicy Orphanage, will no longer stand idly by and watch as your life falls apart around you. As such, we'd like to offer you a place at our Spicy Orphanage. Congratulations. Okay. You'll be provided all the trimmings, airbed with standard quilts, shared dorm-style bedroom with up to 24 orphans, a giant moth poster. Okay.
That sounds very good, actually, the moth poster.
Yeah, what is it exactly?
It's a giant poster of a moth, I guess.
Oh, animated or?
I don't know, I've never been there.
Okay. Full breakfast, lunch, dinner, tea, and post-tea raffle. Oh, that's nice. A pencil and a pad of 12. What's GCM?
GSM.
Yeah.
Well, that's very, very thin paper, but yeah, GSM is the thickness for paper. Like standard, like paper you get in a printer is normally about like 90 GSM. So
the smaller, the thinner.
Yeah.
So that it's practically non-existent recycled paper.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that's good to know. Cold showers. It's better than no showers, I suppose. 24/7 personal CCTV. So does that mean I'm watching other people or I'm watching myself? Or
I think it means that you'll be watched 24/7.
Okay.
But who knows? Maybe it does mean you'll be able to have access to everyone else 24/7. The letter doesn't really say that, does it? It's quite vague.
As you can see, we have all the spicy benefits you've been looking for. With our expert staff on hand and up to 8 hours a week, you'll be in good hands. Warren Barton's Spicy Orphanage offers only the finest service, and we're excited for you to move in with us. Please contact us via MySpace to confirm your admittance. See you soon, Warren Barton. I just put 2 kisses there at the end as well.
That's nice. A nice letter. At least you're not going to court.
Yeah, it makes a difference to the usual operation delays and threats of court action.
Yeah. So what do you think? Are you going to enroll, or?
I might pop along and have a gander.
It looks like a good offer in this time of crisis as well.
But then I'm sharing a dorm room with 24. I mean, I'm not an orphan, so I don't know where they're getting this information. So, but yeah, I mean, might as well pop along. There's no harm.
You never know. And if you give COVID to 24 orphans, who's going to miss them? I mean, really.
That's true.
Mm.
And the moth poster sounds good as well.
And you get a free moth poster. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm going to go tonight.
So if all 24 of those orphans all got a free moth poster, there's going to be lots of moth posters on the wall of the dorm.
Yeah, hopefully it's the same one as well.
It is the same one, yeah, apparently.
Good.
Yeah. So I went to a Michelin star restaurant this week.
Oh, yeah.
The last couple of weeks. I've stole a menu, of course.
Yeah.
So I'll read out each course and the options, and you tell me whether or not you'd be interested in trying any of them.
Okay.
Okay, so for starter, the options were a corned beef coat hanger with a lemon drizzle.
Corned beef coat hanger with lemon. Yeah, I would try that.
Pork gas.
What? Pork gaff?
Yeah, no, pork gas.
Gas.
Yeah.
Pork gas.
Yeah.
Pork gas. Yeah, sure. How do you?
So basically, they give you
it?
like a tank.
Pork gas.
And then like an oxygen mask sort of thing, and you breathe it in, and it's pork flavored.
Pork flavored gas. Yeah, let's try that.
Battered llama kneecaps with a cherry demi-glaze.
No. Kneecaps. No. Battered kneecaps. No.
No. Crispy.
Yeah.
And the vegan option was a boiled banana served on a Terry. A boiled banana served on a Terry Venables poster.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely try that. Would the banana not just turn to mush if it's boiled?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the Terry Venables poster?
It's him in his England shell suit on the sidelines yelling at Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, I'll take that.
For missing a penalty.
Yeah, bless him.
The fish course was the first option was flamethrowered shark.
Okay, yeah.
Lightly crusted octopus nads.
No.
And the vegan option was a handshake from the manager.
Yeah. Not during the current crisis, but
no, that option wasn't available actually on the day, so
it was
I just sat in silence during the.
Stared at him.
Well, yeah, an elbow was a chef's handshake anyway, so that's what it probably would have been, but I opted not to have anything. I just sat there in silence. The main course options were corn with an oxtail sauce and lard cubes.
Mm-hmm. Corn with an oxtail sauce and lard cubes.
Yeah, corn.
Corn,
yeah, with an oxtail... Corn, yeah. Corn, yeah. With an oxtail... Corn, yeah.
Pork gas.
So is that a yes to corn?
Yes to corn.
The second option was a camel lip burritos with a New Zealand sheep wool mash.
Yeah. Sure.
The classic combination there of burritos and mash.
Yeah.
Dog dreams?
Is that an option or is that just something you're saying?
That's one of the options on the main course.
Dog dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And the vegan option was a steamed seitan pig lung with vegan caramel dip.
How does that work? So it's a pig's lung, or it's a seitan version of a pig lung?
Yeah. A seitan steamed with a caramel dip, which is also vegan.
Yeah, I'll go for that as well.
Great. And the dessert options were an onion ice cream sundae topped with Bisto beef gravy granules.
Got the granules, not the actual gravy.
No, just the granules.
Okay.
Sprinkled on top, like hundreds of thousands, but savory.
No, I'll pass on that one.
Okay. Eggnog and tulip pancakes.
Eggnog and tulip pancakes. Yeah, I'll go for that.
A rum and honky crepe.
A what? Rum and honky
crepe. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll have that.
And the vegan option was an illegally burned CD featuring The Long and Winding Road by the Beatles and The Long and Winding Road by Will Young and Gareth Gates.
Oh, no, I'll pass on that.
No, okay, so there you go. That was the options down at John T's Bistro.
John T's Bistro.
Yeah.
That's sort of another sponsor, essentially, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. I guess I've given them some free publicity there.
Mark Commode has kindly done another review for us.
Okay.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
It's a review of the film The Gentleman.
Here
we go. Hopefully this is...
The Gentleman, which is a new film by seagulls who embody spirits of ancient myth, which, as far as I understand, was formerly known as big casts, complicated interweaving stories, also formerly known as... We saw this together because there was a point at which the two stars, who was Edgar Allan Poe, and something really demonic would possibly
supposed to be,
but that couldn't happen for reasons of artificial insemination. But we still ended up seeing the film together anyway, so it's interesting. So we've both seen it. So after the debauchery takes over, we still possess a CGI Mr. Happy, which is used as an axle for a wagon wheel. Matthew McConaughey and Hugh Grant are the stars. Jennifer Lopez runs a pet shop. Meg Ryan is a helicopter. And Keanu Reeves is talking about PC terms and eating hummus. Ben Stiller is the disaffected, dysfunctional, disillusioned labradoodle. Nick Cage, one of the most versatile actors of all time, and that's understating it. It is the story about how he became a great, if very brief-lived, rap star. At the very beginning of the film, and correct me if I'm getting any of these wrong, at the very beginning of the film, we see pornography with him and Gary Oldman. But here's the clip. We'll play you the clip. This is the only clip we could play you. Here we go. Oh, he said, I'm a geezer. I do geezer wipe. Oh, he said, I'm a geezer. I do geezer wipe. Oh, you come to me on the occasion of my daughter's wedding. Oh, and you don't show me no respect. Oh, if I ever see him, I'm going to put something right across his canister. That's Alex O'Loughlin, who apparently runs a cheese store. There's a lot of speeches in the film in which people say things, and it's based on a novel which is a bestseller, Barry Trotter and the Cauldron of Penguins. It is an orgy of dripping, just dripping wealth that made me want to be sick. It's really something.
Wow, there we go.
Wow, some review. Sounds like a great film. I might go and see it.
Yeah. The Gentleman, starring Hugh Grant, Matthew McConaughey, Jennifer Lopez, Meg Ryan, Ben Stiller, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Tom Arnold,
Ice-T,
Cool Keith,
Cardi B, Cardigan, and Terry. John Terry.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like a great film.
I think some of the Mark Kermode reviews are very nice. Yeah.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, I really like his opinion of Nicolas Cage being a versatile actor.
Yeah, well, it's true. The most versatile actor of all time. And that's an understatement.
I remember him in one of the greatest movies of all time, which is called Con Air.
Yeah.
With an all-star cast of John Malkovich and Dave Chappelle. And
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi.
John Cusack.
Yeah. That guy who plays the FBI agent in literally every film ever. And I think he's in Star Trek. No, Star Trek.
Patrick Stewart.
No, the guy with the curly hair. He's like the FBI agent.
Yeah. And yeah, he's in. Yeah, I know the one you mean.
He's in everything, and he always plays the same role.
Ken.
Yeah, something like that. Colin. Greg Proops.
Greg Proops. Shall we? I'm just gonna.
Quest.
Hang on.
I quested you.
Yeah, we've got to end that because we've got a quest coming. Go on then.
I got in there just in time with the quest. You have been invited to the world's first Bill Cosby Festival, located in the picturesque Lake District. Your ticket informs you entry will be declined if you do not arrive in a spectacular knitted cardigan, in homage to the late comedy star. Do you accept the request? Do you accept the quest? I've said request twice now. Do you accept the quest?
No.
You don't accept the request? The quest?
Yeah, I do. So, yeah, go on. I was a bit reluctant, but I do accept.
Okay, what will be the success percentage?
Can you go over the key points again? Key factors?
You've been invited to the world's first Bill Cosby Festival, located in the Lake District. Your ticket informs you will be declined entry if you do not arrive in a spectacular knitted cardigan in homage to the late comedy star.
I've got at least 2 knitted cardigans.
So, I can understand your reservations about this festival. If you don't want to wear a knitted cardigan, or if you're completely against, the idea and the ethics of wearing a knitted cardigan. But
no, I accept the quest. I'm just trying to play through what the success factor is. So you've got the Bill Cosby factor, you've got a cardigan. Who are some of the people that are there?
Bill Cosby, The Cosby Show, the writer of the theme tune to The Cosby Show, and Lennox Lewis.
Oh, okay. 42%.
Ooh, 42%. There you go. What do you know?
There we go.
I'm going to propose to you some car names. Would you drive any of these cars?
Okay.
A Skoda Tombola.
No.
A Fiat Portugal.
Yes.
A Volkswagen Lime Toast.
Yes.
A Vauxhall Conference.
No.
A Toyota Fancy.
Oh, yeah.
Honda Moon Cup.
Oh. No.
A Porsche Yogurt.
Yes.
And a Mazda Ape.
Oh, no.
No. Okay. That's all I had.
Play, what's it called? Virtually impaired courting?
Visually impaired courting.
Visually impaired, yep.
Yeah, I'll give it a whirl. Why not?
Here we go.
Visually impaired courting.
Thomas. Yeah, okay, that's enough of that. Right, we've got 3 lovely contestants for you here. 3 lovely ladies.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have 2 rounds. First round, well, both rounds, I'm just going to tell you a bit about them, and you can sort of see how you go. So our first contestant, this is Vanessa Egg.
Okay. Hi, Vanessa.
She's not allowed to speak to you. Sorry.
Okay.
She is interested in Renaissance history, chick flicks, and gymnastics.
Mm-hmm.
She's prone to tinkering with things,
Mm-hmm.
but she does do a great impression of Will Smith.
Okay.
She's annoyed by small fish, queen-size beds, and large avocados.
Mm-hmm.
And she works in a factory that manufactures China owls. So like China dolls.
China owls.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
What do you think based on that information?
That sounds quite interesting. Yeah, I like the owls.
Okay.
I'd like to owl her.
Okay, well, moving on to our second contestant.
Mm-hmm.
This is Gertrude Fulton.
Okay. Hi, Gertrude.
She's not allowed to speak to you, sorry.
Okay.
She's interested in interior decorating, medieval history, and diplomacy.
Oh, no.
Right off the bat, you're not happy. Well, see, you might change your mind with some of these other things. She's prone to tongue clicking when agitated.
Okay.
She does a great impression of Bruiser Brody, former wrestler.
So I'm talking about.
She's annoyed by right-wing politicians, hedgehogs, and contemporary weaponry. I really struggled to say a lot of things there. Weaponry. She works in a library that only includes books written by people with 4 letters in their first name.
Okay.
So there we go. What do you think about Gertrude?
I'd like to 4-letter her.
Played the wrong clip there. Okay. And the final contestant number 3, is Chelsea Parsons Mahoney Schwartzray.
Okay. Hi.
She's not allowed to speak to you, sorry.
Okay.
She's interested in sharks, trucks, and giant robotic suits.
Okay.
She's prone to chewing things.
Mm.
She's annoyed by people that enjoy eating, people that twiddle with things, and people that enjoy sports.
Right.
And she's a professional musician in Garth Brooks' backing band.
Okay.
So what do you think of Chelsea Parsons Mahoney Schwartzray?
It's okay. I'm not down with women who like chew food.
No.
No, I just like to enter the food into the mouth and then just a direct, immediate swallow.
Okay. She is also annoyed by people that enjoy eating. So do you enjoy eating, or do you just do it out of necessity?
I just do it out of spite.
That's the end of round 1. So who's after that round? Who would you say is your top pick?
Probably like Chelsea Manta Ray Jones or whatever her name was.
Chelsea Parsons Mahoney Schwartzray.
That's the one, yeah.
Okay, well let's see if that changes now. Second round. So back to Vanessa Egg.
It's changed already. I like Vanessa Egg.
Okay. So Vanessa has a small scar on her left shoulder, which was received due to an accident with a large animal.
Okay.
She has a dead aunt.
Okay.
When she was a child, she cut off one of her cousin's fingers because he called her an eggy fuck.
Ooh.
She's got a bit of a dark side to her.
Sensual.
Her perfect night would be spent in her bedroom by herself, swigging cocaine and watching reruns of Ed Tudor Paul era Crystal Maze.
Oh, no thank you.
Not happy with that, are you?
No, I kind of like a woman who likes a bit of Dominic Diamond era Games Master.
Well, don't we all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're not happy with... She was your favourite, but now...
No, I don't know anymore. I don't know. Who's
okay,
next?
Well, Gertrude Fulton next.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a massive scar on her left hand, which was received in a boating accident when she was a child.
Okay.
She has an estranged grandfather and a distant relationship with her mother's brother.
Right.
She once raped a cat with a toy doll.
No. I don't like cats, but I also don't like the other things.
Rapists.
In that sentence, yeah.
Or toy dolls. Okay. Well, her perfect night would be spent reenacting medieval battles in a forest in West Scrafton.
No, thank you.
Okay, that's a hard no then.
Hard. Caps lock, no.
Okay. Sounds like you're running out of options. So finally, Chelsea Parsons Mahoney Schwartzray. She's got a missing left foot, which was lost in a fight with Garth Brooks.
Okay.
She has a strained relationship with her grandmother, but is close with her second cousin.
Is that Garth Brooks?
It could well be. Wouldn't be surprised. She once stole all the wine from a local church.
Okay.
Her perfect night would be spent driving a truck down Route 66, listening to Creedence Clearwater Revival and eating pork scratchings.
Right.
So there's your options. What do you think? Who's it going to be?
I think I might just go home on my own.
Oh, you're choosing none of them?
No, I'm just gonna go home. I'm gonna get a kebab, a vegan kebab on the way home, and just sit in my pants and watch reruns of The Krypton Factor.
Okay, well, there we go.
With Gordon Burns.
Gordon Burns.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. There's that.
Well, there you go. What do you know? I would like to offer you the chance to participate in a court hearing. I know you've had a lot of court hearings, but this time you're on the side of the jury.
Okay.
I'm going to present the case to you as follows. The person who's on trial is called Montez Bleach. He's straight, he's white, he's Christian, he's male, he's 23, and he's accused of auto theft. The CCTV, what do you think so far? Is he guilty, not guilty?
Innocent.
Innocent, okay.
What's his
name? Montez Bleach.
Montez Bleach. Yeah, innocent.
Okay. The CCTV description of the event is that on the 1st of April 2019, Montez was seen on City Road eating an apricot. His FUBU jacket glistens in the moist sunlight. A car drives by and he jumps into the middle of the road to stop it. The driver gets out and points to the driver's seat. Montez and the driver shake hands and exchange open-mouth kisses in the middle of the road for 5 minutes. Montez gets in and drives away. The driver then removes his mobile phone from his pocket and calls the police. The driver of the car identifies himself as escaped prisoner Usman Jones, 28, from Ely. He says Montez has stolen his car. He is crying. What do you think? Guilty, not guilty?
I still think not guilty. I still think he's innocent. I think it was somebody else that got into the car while they were kissing.
No, it is Montez who's got into the car. That's confirmed.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was his car.
Maybe it was. Who knows? So you're saying...
Am I right in thinking that the car had the license plate of the car was MTYBCH?
It was, actually, yeah.
Yeah, he's innocent.
Innocent.
Yeah.
And what's your reasoning?
In fact, I'm going to say the other guy is guilty, and I'm going to send him to prison. What was the other guy's name?
Usman Jones.
It was that the driver in the car.
That was the person who turned up in the car, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the person who drove away. He's the person who phoned the police.
Yeah, I'm putting him down.
What is your sentence?
7 years.
7 years, no probation.
Community service.
Oof. And
23 to 86 years.
86 years.
Community service.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah. And he can't have a job, it's just community service.
But he's got to do his community service from home at the moment.
Yeah.
Because of the COVID.
We'll bring the community to him.
Yep.
We'll inject him with COVID-19, bring the community to him for 86 years.
Sounds good to me. Now, we have an exclusive interview with Al Pacino.
We do.
I heard. But before we get to that, I think we should end the show with that. Before we get to it, I'd like to just have a quick round of Ultimate Potato, because we haven't done it in ages.
Go on then.
So you have walked up to the potato stand in your local supermarket of choice, Tesco, we'll go with.
Yep.
And the woman comes up to you from behind the counter. She's like, "All right, son, what are you having on your potato?" What are you saying?
I'm gonna have a Rolex
on your jacket potato.
On my jacket potato, Rolex watch. An Intel Core i7 8th generation processing chip.
Nice. Futuristic.
Yep. Some mayonnaise. Chili
Standard.
mayonnaise. A baked bean. No, a green bean.
A single green bean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A tin of pineapples in syrup. And a Skype call with Mr. Motivator.
Nice. And that was the whole tin of pineapples, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go then. There you go. That's Ultimate Potato.
Another week.
Yeah.
Of Ultimate Potato.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm having.
Go on.
I'm having a half bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
Oof.
I'm having a tin of plums.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep. I'm having a sprinkling of nutritional yeast.
Nutritional
Yeast.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm having sesame oil.
Mm-hmm.
And a single molecule.
Any particular molecule? Just
around any random molecule that they have, whatever they've got.
They've got a good selection.
They have got the best molecule selection in the UK.
I had a tin of Tesco Finest molecules the other day.
Nice. How much were they?
2.
Not bad. Could
6.
be worse.
It was 6.
6. Yeah. What tempo should we have?
Should we play our interview with the great Al Pacino?
Yeah, we'll end the show with Al Pacino. Before we do, we'll be back in a month, I guess. Now we'll just do it monthly during COVID season.
Yeah.
Since this has been going to be close to an hour this episode, it's not going to be far off it. I think we'll be about an hour this episode. So yeah, we'll come back in a month. And in the meantime, people can follow the YouTube channel, which is just Pit of Chimps, is it?
Probably.
Yeah.
If you shout follow YouTube at your computer whilst thinking of us, then you'll follow us that way.
And also the Facebook page, you just shout Facebook.com/Pit of Chimps.
Out the window though, for Facebook, you don't do it at your computer. You shout it out the window at a whoever's passing by. And
don't forget to tell people you like, people you don't like, the authorities, and anybody else who should be interested in this evidence to listen to it.
Do we have any Twitter or any of that stuff?
We do have Twitter, but I never update it, so it's redundant.
Well, if you want to go to Twitter, you just think about Twitter, and then it'll appear on your phone. I think that's how Twitter works.
Yeah, something like that. And if you do listen to YouTube, subscribe and press that thumbs up button, because apparently that's really good for stuff.
Yeah, press it 4 times.
And you can support our Patreon. We don't have a Patreon, but everyone says that online at the moment. So
yeah, go to Patreon and do something with that.
Yeah.
20. Yeah. I think you write a check and throw it at your computer, and it'll go through.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there we go.
DM us your bank details, and we'll take what we want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Cut out
so
the middleman.
Al Pacino.
Here we go.
Let's play the interview, the pre-recorded interview that we had with him.
All right, so I'm very honoured to be here with my guest. He's a legend in the movie industry, starred in some of the greatest films of all time, The Godfather, Scarface, Donnie Brasco, Ocean's 13, of course. Was recently nominated for an Oscar for his performance in The Irishman. It's Al Pacino. Hello, Al.
Hey, no problem. My agent told me the Pit of Chimps boys wanted to interview me, so I hopped in my chopper and I flew over here as soon as I could.
Oh, well, thank you. We appreciate that. Firstly, can I just ask, am I right in thinking that Al is short for Alan?
That's right. Yeah, my grandmother was also called Alan, so I was named after her. She was a real tough woman. She once punched my mother square in the clit for sleeping with a local milkman. Times were simpler. They were, wow, I guess toughness runs in the Pacino blood. Why are you laughing at?
Yeah, sorry. You recently worked with Martin.
Get me on here to talk about my career, and you're just laughing at me.
Sorry. I didn't mean to. So you of course, recently worked with Martin Scorsese on The Irishman.
Mm-hmm.
And this collaboration of film fans have been wanting to see for years. How was it to finally work with him?
It was great. Marty's a real auteur, you know. He had a saying on set. If your balls were in your pants, you're doing it wrong. And if you're doing it wrong, your balls are in your pants. What he meant was you got to really put it out there, you know, dig deep into your character and get your balls out, daddy-o. Literally, he would have to shoot every man on the set, even the crew. He would have them have their balls hanging out, their flies for like the entire shoot. That's why you never see any shots of male escorts from the waist down in his movies. That amount of balls wouldn't get past the censor, especially with The Irishman. I mean, Bobby and Joe were getting on, you know. My balls hung so low, they had me, they were calling me the sack shack daddy. Somehow, Marty kept his balls real fresh, though. I don't know if he uses some of that anti-aging technology or that Nivea bullshit on them, but they're looking good, looking real good.
Yeah. So you mentioned your co-star Robert De Niro there, another legendary actor who you worked with on Heat. How was it getting to work with him?
Why, in The Irishman?
In The Irishman, yes.
Well, Bobby's a real son of a bitch, you know, in a good way. Him and Joey played pranks on me for the whole shoot. I have a habit of falling asleep during scenes, so they started putting dead rats in my mouth. Another time they tarred and feathered me as I stepped out of my trailer. Then they duct taped me to Marty, who was, well, you know, he wasn't too pleased.
Yes, goodness. So I heard they were pranksters. Didn't they pour a load of gone-off milk into all the coffee to make everyone sick and then collect up all the vomit and then dunk you into it head first?
Yeah, they did. Those guys, good times.
And is it true that you had a cat that you used to have taped to your chest at all times during the shoot?
I had a cat on my chest during a film called Cruising.
Yes, yeah.
But I don't really want to talk about that film.
And is it true that that's where the phrase cat on your chest comes from?
Yeah. I mean, that's a really popular phrase now. It's taken a long time to get to that point. But yeah.
So what's the future look like for Alan Pacino? Have you got any projects lined up?
Well, I'm pretty old now, so I'll probably be dead soon. But I got one project coming up, starting work on soon. It's an exclusive for you chimpos, actually. So get a load of this. I'm going to be playing Jim Carrey, playing Andy Kaufman in a version of a documentary called Jim and Andy, The Great Beyond, which is about the making of Man on the Moon. It's called, the actual film is going to be called Alan and Jim and Andy, The Great Man Beyond the Moon.
Oh, sounds exciting. Well, thank you very much, Alan. It's been an honor.
No, thank you. If you guys ever need anything else, I'm always here for you. In fact, I was wondering if you'd like to be sponsored by a new enterprise I'm starting up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. Anytime. We'll have a word with our producer, Leslie Mantelpiece, later. You know Leslie.
Yeah. I spoke to Leslie on the phone earlier. He's a swell guy.
It's a woman, actually.
No.
Didn't actually, Leslie said you had an affair with her in the 80s. Oh.
Move on. We don't talk about that.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, I got my balls out right now while I'm talking to you. And so, peace out from me anyway. Fuck all y'all. And word up.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
And as I always say, if you don't word up, you don't word up.
Thanks, Alan.
Yes.
There we go.
What a beautiful interview with Mr. Al Pacino. How did you manage to get him on?
It was Leslie, actually, of course. Our producer, Leslie Mantelpiece. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Are they related to Leslie Mandelson, or whatever his name was, the guy who was the politician?
Mangoson.
Oh, yeah.
Leslie Mangoson.
Yeah.
Next week, apparently, we've got an interview with Mango Bronson.
Next month,
sorry, yeah, with my good friend.
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
Mango Brosnan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, we should probably go then, because COVID time is very valuable.
It is.
Yeah, and if you're listening to this from the future, hopefully the COVID is gone by now.
Yeah. And Quentin, what was his name? Yeah.
Quentin Crisp does whatever a Quentin Crisp can and does. Big fellow. No.